Hi everybody, and welcome to the April edition of Around New Britain with Mayor Stewart. This is a show that updates you on the issues facing the city of New Britain. A big thanks goes out to Nutmeg TV for the opportunity and assistance in providing the public with these shows, and of course, my favorite producer, Joe Moreno, who's behind the camera right now. These shows will also be posted on my YouTube channel for your viewing and also available online at www.nutmegtv.org. I made a commitment to the residents when I was elected in November of 2013 to make government more transparent and accessible to the people that we serve. This show is just another step in opening government to everyone in our community. I want you to know at home that my office is always open to the people, especially those that are seeking solutions to the problems that face them daily. We might not be able to solve everything for you, but we can always point you in the right directions. We do this by email, by phone, through Twitter, Facebook, the city website, or even in person once a month through my monthly open office hours. The next open office hours that I will be having are on April 21st, beginning at 6 p.m. In the New Britain Police Department's community room. Also that evening at the same location after open office hours, I'll be hosting a budget workshop for residents to help explain my budget presentation, which will be coming up on April 16th to the Common Council, and answer anybody's questions. Periodically throughout the show, you can see my handles at the bottom of your screen on how to follow me on social media or how to get in contact with my office. This show, of course, also aims to highlight the many programs and people that have a significant impact on our New Britain community. From former mayors to department heads to community organizers looking to impact our city in a positive way, I'm looking to provide you with the everyday information that's relevant to you as a hardworking taxpayer in a community that's truly making a comeback. Later today, we'll have two guests with us from our Parks and Recreation Department to tell us more about upcoming spring recreational activities for residents young and old. So I'm going to get started with our first segment titled What's Happening in City Hall. This month we have Common Council meetings on Wednesday, April 8th and Wednesday, April 22nd. Meetings always begin with public participation at 7 p.m. We will wait until the last person speaks. The meeting will start shortly thereafter. There's going to be a special City Council meeting on Wednesday, April 16th, where I will present my budget to the City Council during that special meeting. That council meeting will also be airing live on Nutmeg TV as well. The Board of Education meets April 6th at 6:30 p.m. in the central office building located downtown. The Commission on Community and Neighborhood Development meets on April 9th at 6 p.m. in room 313. Community development block grants will be the hot topic of discussion for this month's meeting. The Civil Service Commission will meet on April 13th at 6:30 in room 202. As long as there's business to be conducted. The New Britain Commission on Animal Welfare meets on April 21st at 6 o'clock in room 305. And the Historic Preservation Commission will meet on April 20th at 6:30 in room 313. Just to give you all a public works update, I know everybody's thinking about potholes, so I want to talk for a few minutes about what we are doing. Warmer temperatures are right around the corner. We hope. It's been getting a little bit better, but not good enough. And the snow is beginning to totally melt away. Potholes are on everybody's minds. This winter's been particularly rough to not just our roadways in New Britain, but roadways all across the state. So beginning in mid-March, the Public Works Department began a concerted effort filling potholes on city-owned roadways. Extra crews have been assigned to this task, and that will continue throughout the month of April, as well as our complete road repair program, which will continue all the way through the summer months. But please understand that we can't fix a pothole unless we know about it. So if you see one and you think we may not be on top of it, give us a call to report the issue. You can call the Public Works Department at 860-826-3350. Thanks for your patience, and please remember to use caution when driving to avoid those potholes that could really do some damage to your car. If you do experience damage to your car due to a pothole on a city street, there is an opportunity for you to file a claim against the city and potentially get the work paid for on your car. You have to contact the town clerk's office to start the filings with them. I would now like to share with you a brief video. This video was produced by urban engineers about the work we're doing to transform our roadways into complete streets. Work on phase 3 of our complete streets master plan will begin this month. That project includes improvements to sidewalk and road structures on Main Street, West Main Street, Chestnut Streets, and a complete renovation of Central Park. I hope you enjoy this video.
Welcome to our city.
It's important to understand where we came from as a city, too. New Britain was incorporated in 1850. We saw many, many factories: Stanley Works, Landers, Ferry, and Clark.
New Britain was just a tremendously thriving place. It was a tremendously thriving industrial city at one point in time.
As we saw over time, those factories started to close. Nothing that New Britain did wrong. It was just the national trend was that they were outsourcing a lot of jobs overseas.
Urban renewal, redevelopment took out a lot of the traditional buildings and a lot of the apartment buildings around the downtown. So consequently, with the decrease in population, businesses soon folded afterwards. The other big factor was the construction of the highway took out a lot of the downtown businesses and residences.
The state decided that they were going to put this highway, Route 72, right through the middle of our downtown, essentially splitting it in half. So what we have right now with that Main Street overpass dead smack in the middle, separating the Broad Street area from the Main Street area.
The whole downtown, over time, was never looked at as one comprehensive place. If you did a project, your project was looked singularly about the area that you were in and never looked at the entire downtown as one place. And because of that, the whole downtown looked different. It never had a consistent feel.
Political leaders saw the writing on the wall, and they saw the wisdom in trying to redevelop this town based on its bones, the structure of the small streets, the old architecture. They saw the value of the arts as a real economic engine for revitalizing and, bringing business to town.
I think one of the most important things about New Britain's vision is they realized that they needed to take a very critical look at their infrastructure and make their infrastructure fit the opportunity that was being presented to them with Connecticut Fast Track. What that meant is they needed to embrace all modes, not just cars, not just buses, but people walking, people biking, and in doing so, they fulfilled everyone's objectives of what a complete street is. It enables all users to use the infrastructure that exists.
We're going to see an influx of more younger people. We're going to see an influx of more eclectic businesses. And I think that the ability to give those people what they need when they get here is going to cut us a little different than any of the other towns in our strata.
It's an award-winning project, hands down. We've had some of the best people working on that plan to really be able to make New Britain a more pedestrian-friendly community. Also, our bike-friendly efforts have been nationally recognized, and that's something that we're extremely proud of. We're seeing a lot more increased interest in building in New Britain, in developing here, in bringing more housing, more businesses, more factories. Our industrial park is booming. We're actually, for the first time in a while, completely full. And that's a good problem to have that New Britain hasn't seen in a long time. I'd like to welcome our guests for this month's show. With us today, we have Matt Schofield and Maggie Winarski from the Parks and Recreation Department. Matt is our Recreation Program Coordinator, and Maggie helps coordinate all of our after-school programs. So they're with us today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us,
We're really
Mary.
glad that Bill DeMayo lets you out of the office to come join us.
Sometimes he lets us out.
Sometimes. We had Bill on last year with Eric Barbieri to talk about a lot of the summer events that we have on, but we wanted to make sure that we did a focus this month on all the activities that we have happening in town, not only for our kids and our students, but also maybe some events going on at the senior center too. There's some other things going on for people young and old after school and throughout the summer. So Matt and Maggie are here to talk about that a little with us today. So I'm going to start with Matt for right now and talk a little bit about our recreation programs and things like that. So I want to know about some of the classes and the trips that Parks and Rec organized for this spring and things that people can do that you're offering.
Yeah, sure, Mayor. Well, first off, one of our bigger special events that we have in the city is our fishing derby. That's going to be coming up on Saturday, April 11th. And when I mean one of our biggest events in the city, we do highly recommend pre-registering. because not only is it free for children under the ages of 15, but also you get a kind of a little bit of a price break for anybody 16 years or older.
How much does it cost?
It's $8 to pre-register for 16 and older, or $10 the day of the event, or it's free for 15 and under, or $1 the day of the event. So we recommend pre-registration. We have prizes for longest fish, heaviest fish, and most fish caught. We have various sponsors and vendors that donate a lot of fishing poles, tackle, fishing-related products. So it's a really great event. And we also have Tag Fish, in which we offer Cabela's gift cards, iTunes gift cards, so forth and so on. So it's a...
I went last year to do the shotgun start for that, and I couldn't believe the amount of people that were around Stanley Quarter Pond.
Oh, yeah.
By the time I got there, and I'm not a morning person. Everybody knows that I'm not. So by the time I got there at 8:45, the place was jam-packed. So get there early, get a good spot. And how do we get the fish in the pond?
Well, we do stock the pond, and of course I can't share with everybody when we stock it, because it's a well-favored tradition to kind of get the fish out before the actual event. But we do stock it with numerous trout, basically just rainbow and brown trout. But it is stocked beforehand, and usually we have a lot of catches on the day, so it's an exciting event.
I was told that I need to help stock the pond this year, and I'm not very excited about it, but of course, I'll do it.
Like you said, if you're willing to get your hands dirty, come on down.
I got my boots. I'll be helping stock the pond.
Come on down.
For all of our kids and families to have a good time on the 11th, so we'll be looking forward to that. What else you got?
Yeah, so, and then leading up into that next week, the kids have vacation, so we offer a vacation camp for grades 1 through 5.
Okay.
We're going to be operating out of Jefferson School this year. We offer it from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The best thing about this year's April Vacation Camp is that there's a field trip every day.
Wow.
We're taking kids to the Science Center in Hartford. We're taking kids to Flight Trampoline Park, and even Cocoa Key down in Waterbury. So we have a field trip every day, a lot of activities planned. So if parents are looking for something for their kids to do during vacation camp, come on in to Parks and Rec and sign up.
Do you have to sign up here, or?
There's a couple different ways of signing up. Either you can come into our office during 8:15-3:45 and sign up there, or you can go onto our internet web track system, which is you go to our city website, click Parks and Rec, and click on the web track icon. If you need any help to get your information into our system, so you get your username and password, just call Parks and Rec up, and we'll be able to help you out. But usually it's just online or in office that you're able to sign up for our programs.
So now you coordinate that, or does that have to do with the after-school programs too? Is this how you get your students, or it's kind of
That's coordinated by our recreation department as a whole.
Yep.
And we market it to our after-school program participants. They've already been with us through the after-school program year. They're familiar with a large number of our staff.
Yeah.
And so it's a real seamless thing that a lot of the same kids would want to participate in the vacation camp.
How many students can you have in the program?
Well, I mean, I would think that, really the sky's the limit. I mean, we would just have to get the staff to cover it, but usually...
I guess what I meant was you're not limited as to how many students we can take for the
No,
program.
we just have our minimum requirements so we can run the programs, but otherwise, come on down and sign up. It should be a fun week.
I want to sign up.
Yeah, come on, let's go. We can take care of you.
I know. So Maggie, I want to talk a little bit about the after-school programs that we offer. So when we're not on vacation, we do have lots of activities going on for our students after school days.
Yeah.
And that's what you coordinate.
Right. So we've been doing after-school programs since September of this academic year. We are in 12 of our schools, so that would be 10 elementary schools and 2 of the middle schools. We offer after-school programming 5 days a week, and the kids are welcomed in. They have the same set of staff they've had all year. They work on activities, enrichment, they work on homework. We have snack, they do sports, service learning projects. So there's a lot of stuff that they're working on throughout the year. What they're leading up to at this point is spring is coming. It is Poetry Month in April. We are doing a poetry slam that we have done in years past. It's successful. It includes kids who are used to doing spoken word poetry as well as doing artwork and displaying that up for their parents and their families so that they can see what they've actually worked on with the after-school program.
That's great.
This year we are revitalizing our chess tournament. So the school district
Getting
thinks
kids to play
that
chess.
Very
that
cool.
chess is something that we really need to get our kids into. We have some kids who are really into the higher order thinking, and there's a lot to be learned from chess. So we are doing a chess tournament that will include kids in middle school and kids in elementary school. They'll verse each other, and we will be able to see who the top finisher is for middle school and who the top finisher is for elementary. So that's
Wow.
coming up in April
Truth
as
be
well.
told, I don't know how to play chess. I don't think
don't
I've
either.
ever played before in my life.
No, I don't either, but the kids can teach you.
Right, they could.
So
That's great.
we're doing that, and then to culminate the after-school year, this is our long-standing tradition that we've done every single year, is we have our Children's Festival. And our Recreation Division really comes together to help pull this off. So people like Matt and Craig Bowman and Eric Barbieri and Bill DeMeo, we all come together and we offer this celebration for the kids at Walnut Hill Park.
Great.
We have activities, bounce houses, games, DJ music, food. We give our after-school program kids T-shirts or bags, something to say, hey, thank you so much, and we really enjoyed having you in program this year. So we hold that for the kids and their families. It's a nice end to the program, and it leaves them feeling good and ready to be geared up for the summer, for our summer programs.
Well, you know, I don't think school's going to get out until July this year anyway.
No.
No more snow. Come
I
on.
know. So you'll have that in the June time frame, or like when do you end the
Our
program?
Children's Festival is in May.
In
And
May.
our after-school programs end May 29th, which is a Friday. So we
Gotcha.
end a little bit ahead of the academic year.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, our friends with the fire department are coming by City Hall right now. We can't control that. So, hi. Hope everything's okay.
But Mayor, you did bring up, you know, some of our other activities that we have, you know, for beyond kids as well. We do actually offer a dog obedience class for anybody that wants to come on down. It's at A.W. Stanley Park. We meet on Tuesday nights starting April 20th. Okay. And what it is Lori Fass, who's actually a radio host for a show called Pet Talk on TIC, comes in, and she offers two different levels of dog obedience. You know, there's the level 1 where it's the sit, like the simple commands of sit,
Yeah.
you know, all that roll over, stuff like that. Or if you really want to get crazy, there's a level 2, which, you know, could be the sky's the limit again on that as well. So we offer that to all adults who want to come in and try to train up their dogs. We also have some family fun trips that we offer. We partnership with Silver Mill Touring Lines, and what it is we have 2 trips in the month of April. We have our Bronx Zoo trip, which is Saturday, April 11th. So either you're at the fishing derby or you're going to the Bronx Zoo. And then we also have a Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island, and the new 9/11 Memorial trip as well, and that's on Sunday, April 12th. So we try to gear, you know, all of our activities and programs for a lot of varying ages, adults and children included, like you said. And then, you know, to get into the spring season, we also have a Start Smart Golf program, which is a 5 to 7-year-old program at Stanley Golf Course. Okay, what we do is we hook up with the assistant head professional over there, and nobody has to bring their own equipment. We offer our own equipment. We do a lot of games and instructional training, and it's a lot of fun for the kids. So be sure to look out for that program as well.
That's great. Well, I know our time has run out for today, but I want to thank you guys so much for being with us and bringing this information to those of you watching at home. I want to thank Matt and Maggie.
Thanks for having us.
And thanks for being a part of one of the most awesome city departments that we have. Parks and Rec does so much for our community, for our children, our families. And I know we didn't get a chance to talk about the Senior Center, but all those events at the Senior Center are all posted online as well. Those programs that we have going on there, going on throughout the spring and the summertime as well.
Yeah.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And just be on the lookout for our summer brochure. It comes out mid-April, so that
There you go.
offers all the details that New Britain residents want to know about our camps, pools, swim lessons, adult kickball, anything you want. So check that out. It comes out mid-April.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone at home. Take a look.
I want to give a big thank you to Maggie and Matt from our Parks and Recreation Department for being with us today. And of course, I thank all of you for watching and want to direct you to the bottom of the screen for our website, office number, and other ways to get more information regarding this show or just to talk about the issues that affect you. Before we close the show up, there's a few events we have going on in the city during April that I'd like to share with all of you. Various department heads and I, throughout the month of April, will be making visits to the meetings of our city's NRZs. NRCs are neighborhood revitalization zones. These groups are working to transform our city. So we're going to be taking City Hall to them, to each area of town, to answer any questions that they may have about the many developments that are going on. The East Side NRZ meets on April 2nd at Stanley Memorial Church at 6 p.m. The South Central, formerly the Arch Street NRZ, meets at the New Britain Police Station's Community Room on April 6th at 6 p.m. And the North Oak NRZ meets on April 27th at 7 p.m. at the police substation over on Oak Street. April is Poetry Month, and there's a number of related events happening around the city for that. One of those is on April 4th from 2 to 3 p.m. at the New Britain Public Library, where there will be an open mic for all poets of ages 16 and up. April 11th, most importantly, is our fishing derby at Stanley Quarter Park. It starts at 9 a.m. sharp, so you better be there beforehand. On April 11th, the North Oak NRZ will also have a community cleanup. They're meeting at 9 o'clock at the Oak Street Police Substation. A $10 gift card will be given to the first 40 children that help with the cleanup. The YMCA is hosting its annual meeting on Wednesday, April 16th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the New Britain Museum of American Art. The New Britain Little League's opening day is on Saturday, April 18th. Ceremonies begin at 11 a.m., and that's at Stanley Quarter Park. Also on April 18th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., the New Britain Industrial Museum is celebrating its 20th anniversary. The celebration will include a blacksmith demonstration on the sidewalk on Main Street and a 3D printing demonstration as well as many other events related to the museum's anniversary. At Walnut Hill Park on April 18th, the Friends of the Walnut Hill Park Rose Garden will be getting together to do their spring cleanup. They're always looking for volunteers to help out with that. That will go from 9 a.m. until noon. Please bring your own gardening tools if you have them. We have to get that park looking great for our Rose Garden Festival this summer. On April 23rd, the New Britain Triad Group will have their senior prom from 5 to 9 p.m. at New Britain High School. Tickets are $5 in advance and can be purchased at the New Britain Senior Center on Pearl Street. On April 25th, the third annual Hoops for Homeless event, which is a 3-on-3 basketball tournament, will be held in downtown. All proceeds from this event will go directly towards projects that address homelessness in the city. We encourage each team to try to raise at least $50. Registration is due by April 22nd, and for more information, you can contact Scott Kazar at CCSU at 860-832-1962. The Little Poland Festival is upon us this month as well. That will be on Sunday, April 26th. The event is going from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. It will take place on Broad Street. For more information, you can visit their website at www.littlepolandfest.com.